Fingers crossed. Good morning. My name is Terry Morgan. It is Tuesday, October 27th, 2020. We're here to practice Tai Chi, and my comment at the beginning there, fingers crossed, I've changed my setup a little bit. And fingers crossed, it's working better, at least right now. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I'll put my coffee down over here and we'll get started with our stretches. I got the music started already, so that's good to go, and I'm just about two sips. I opened a fresh bag of coffee. That's always nice. Alright. Let's pay attention to, again, this idea of continuous, smooth, round, and hands circle to the front. Breathe in. Back around to both sides. Breathe out. Up along the center line, breathe in. And reach out, bend the knees, pull up through the abs, roll up through the spine, reach out, focus on the space between your hands. Two more. Keep your shoulders down, but extend the arms. Your arms and your shoulders are different parts of your body. They are. Fingertips up, stretch up, and elbows drop down. Wrist, fingertips, down along both sides. Return to your sides. Up along center line again, inward circle. Reach up. Follow your fingertips down. Bend the knees. Use the hips, use the back of the leg, and use the abs. Pull in as you reach out to come up. Pull in, engage the hip. Roll down. as you roll down, relax. Let your fingertips lead. One more time. Roll down. And come to center. We're going to go to the left side and the right side. I'm going to turn around. And circle to the front. Back to both sides. Up along the center line. Turn to the left. Reach out over the legs. Bend the knees. Bend through the hip. Shoulders down. Open the back and relax through the lower back. Keep the upper back relaxed and open. And breathe. Center. Right side. Come to center. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. And we have our inward and outward stretch. All right? Circle to the front. Back to both sides. Up along center line. Stretch outward. Big circle. Relax the hips. Relax the back. Keep shoulders down. Bend the knees. And breathe. Yes, it's a long list. Inward. Elbows drop down, wrists. And again, circle up, outward circle. Everything moves. There's nothing that's not moving. It's all coordinated within your own body. Extend. And one more time. Close. Open again. Outward circle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hands return to your sides. Stand straight. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Talk about the breath and the movement just for a second. Then we'll go on to our stepping methods. This connection of the breath with the movement and the laundry list of things. Use your hip, pull up through the abs, keep your shoulders down, extend the arms, focus between your hands. Use the abs, relax the back, keep the circle. All of these things matter. So does the breath, and so do a couple other things that I may not have introduced yet. We haven't been practicing anyway. Not in this session. So my point is that as we're practicing, we're going to develop the ability to pay attention to each of these things individually, and then we put it all back together. For example, at the very beginning, I'm going to pay attention to, now my hands have to be at my sides, and then I'm going to bring them to the front, and then I'm going to bring them back, and then I'm going to come back to the center, right? As the next step is, okay, the way that I do this is in a circle. The hands follow a circle. And in addition to that, the way that the hands and the arms move together matters. The way that I'm adjusting my weight internally, which is hard to see, matters. All of these things build layer upon layer. Same in our Tai Chi exercises. The same principles, these exact same ideas build layer upon layer as we're doing our exercises. Our walking exercises build through the legs and build through the upper body that sensitivity to where you are in space. If you're not balanced well, when you step, you'll wobble. I have that issue right now. So, let's practice. Hands behind your back. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Shift the weight to the left. Turn the right toes 45. Transfer the weight to the right. Bend the knee. Keep the hip over the heel. Circle the foot. And transfer the weight forward. Shift back. Turn the left. Transfer the weight. Hip over the heel. Circle the right. Place the heel. Transfer through. And shift back, turn in the toes, transfer the weight, place the foot, and circle, place the foot, transfer the weight, turn in, place the foot behind, and shift. We're going to one more step to the back. And shift to the front. This time we're going to turn in. Left foot goes down to the side. And straighten. All right, and you may have noticed I'm looking over here. My other cat is looking for something, not sure what, and I was distracted. I should not allow that, but here it is. All right, so sometimes it's difficult to not allow distractions in, especially if you practice every day, right? So we're going to practice our side walking. I'm going to try and keep my focus off of my cat because I don't know what she's doing. She doesn't normally come in here. The other one does, she doesn't. So I'm going to try and keep my focus on what I'm doing here. And I'm going to come back to this idea of coming back and coming back after we get done. Hands behind your back. Stand straight. Feet about shoulder width apart. And bend the knee. Sink right. Pick up the left. Little circle. Extend. Place it. Transfer the weight. Keep the back straight, hip over the heels. center, and go back, right foot up, extend, one more. And straighten. Stay there. All right. So I said I was going to talk about something a minute ago. I forgot what it was. So there's that. Get a sip of coffee over here. As we practice our form this morning, I want to pay a little bit closer attention to the size and shape of the movement, as well as to the rhythm. I think one of the things that I noticed in what I was just doing is that as I was matching the rhythm of the music that I have going on here, it's slow. I noticed that, especially for our side walking and our stepping, that the tempo of the music is slower than what I normally give. Not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Here's what happens. When you do something quickly, and I'm going to adjust this camera because we're going to practice Tai Chi and I want more floor space. When you do something quickly, you don't have to pay near as close attention to what you're doing. You need to know where you are, where you were, where you are, and where you're going, right? Where you were, where you are, where you're going. Those three give you the movement, right? That gives you the current movement. When you move through that quickly, whether you're moving your entire body quickly, whether you're moving your hand quickly, whether you're moving your foot, whatever part of your body you're moving quickly, you do not have to sustain the movement in the same way as when you're moving slowly. That the music, we have a sustain in that music. It's sustained and extended. In Tai Chi, we have that same principle. All right, so with the slower timing, it means that everything is going to move more slowly and depend a lot more on my holding strength and support on my supporting leg, which was off right there. My hip was off, right? That's why we practice, is to find these little things. The more slowly you practice, the more of these little things you will find. The more you can find and correct, the smoother your movement will be, the more flexible your body will become, and the easier it will be to do each of the movements at its full extent. And then we'll add more. We add the breathing into that. With all of these things working together, practice feels really good. It's not the painful stuff. You might feel a little muscle after a while, but it's not, let me go see how much pain I can get my muscles to respond to. No. All right? Let's practice. Stand straight. Feet together. Salute. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Open the back. Relax the arms. And breathe in. All the way down to the right. Release the left. Open. Center. Breathe out. Arms up. Press down. Shift left, open right. Right side ward off. Step through. Left side ward off, right side pull down. Turn. Left side pull down, right side ward off. Grasp the bird's tail, right side ward off. Pull down. Press. Push. Turn. Single whip. Shift. Raise the hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Turn. Fresh knee. Step up. Hands strum the lute. Turn. Fresh knee. Shift back. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close the door. Turn. Crossing hands. Turn. Diagonal brush knee. Right hand over the left. Pull down. Press. Push. Palms down. Turn. Push out. Turn. Fist under the elbow. Reach out. Push back the monkey. Step up. Hold ball. Step behind. Diagonal fly. Shift back. Raise your hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Brush knee. Step up. Needle at sea bottom. Step through. Fan through the back. Turn. Hold fist. 1, 2, 3. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Ward off left side. Pull down right. Step through. Pull down left side, ward off right. Grasp the bird's tail. Pull down. Press. Push. Fingertips down, turn around, single whip. Both hands extend, palms up, turn the left foot, pull the right foot in, press down along both sides, left foot in, salute, all right. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. I keep losing my train of thought this morning. I'm excited about something that I'm working on. And I'm not quite ready to announce it, but I'm really excited about it. So I'm thinking about it, and I will share as soon as it's ready. This week, actually, is what I'm going for. So, what I want to talk about just briefly, and then we'll practice again, is the use, generally, the movement that we're doing with single whip. All right, now I know that I have shown this a couple of times, but it's worth going back to. It's one of those moves that is something that is present in every Taiji system. Everybody has single whip, just like everybody has brush knee, right? The way that it may be done, the method, larger, smaller, slight difference in the hand position. I have 3 that I work with. So, yeah, sure. But there are certain characteristics of each of these moves that we want to pay attention to that should be there in some manner. Again, consistent with the form, whatever the person is doing. All right, so I am turn, all right, couple things. I'm going to do this facing the camera now. Let me step a little closer so my foot's in the frame. Alright, I talked about this at the beginning, this idea that the way that we do the movements matters. So once we have the fundamental shape of the move, hand goes here, foot goes here, body turns this way, turn that way, go here, do the shape of the move. Now we start to add a little more to it. Alright, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So what I just showed here is a fairly open single whip. In the form that I'm giving, we're doing this just a little bit smaller so that it's consistent with itself. Alright, but movement is still the same. That holds true for other styles that will have single whip. You're looking for whether or not it's consistent within itself, not whether it matches whatever I just showed in the video. Alright? So yeah. Alright, so as we do this move, there's a couple of things. I'm going to come straight to the camera with the left hand here, single whip. I could probably use that for a couple of different things. Okay? What's going on with the other hand? It's easier to, well, maybe not. Let me go this way. I'm here. I'm here. And my hand's going to go to here. That's it. In the process of getting there, 1, 2, set. Alright, so several things going on with that. Center, open. It looks more open because I'm turning at the same time. Several things happening all at once. Let me go. No, that gets confused. Trying to figure out how I do this and end up facing you with the best angle. I think it's here. Alright, I come here. Fingertips down. Circle. Turn the foot. This one. Circle back around. So, hips gotta go, shoulders gotta go too. Waist is turning. Center. I'm center. This is center. Open. And twist. There's breath. There's the dynamic of the movement. And there's the direction of the movement that all come together to create single whip. Alright, let's do one more time. Feet together. Stand straight. Relax. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. All the way down to the right. Open left. Breathe out. Arms up. Breathe in. Arms down. Press down. Breathe out. Bend the knees. Just a little bit. Now we want to bend the knees a little bit more. Open right. Step left. Step through. Pull down. Press. And push. Turn. Single whip. And shift. Pull in. And open. Raise your hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Turn. Fresh knee. Step up. Hands Strum The Lute. Turn. Fresh knee. Shift back. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close the door. Turn. Crossing hands. Turn. Diagonal brush knee. And pull down. Press. Push. Turn. Push out. Turn the left foot, circle. Fist under the elbow. Extend. Push back the monkey. Pull in, hold the ball. Step behind. Diagonal flying. Shift back. Raise your hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. And turn. Fresh knee. Step up. Needle at C bottom. Step through. Fan through the back. Turn. Hold fist. Extend 1, 2, 3. Deflect downward. Parry. Step through. Punch. Shift back. Ward off left side. Open the left. Step through. Ward off right side. Turn. Grasp the bird's tail. Pull down. Press. And push. Turn. Single whip. Both hands extend, palms up. Turn the left foot in. Bring both hands in along both sides. Bring the right foot in, feet parallel, and stand straight. Close the left foot, salute. Stay there. Breathe. All right. As we go through these exercises, one of the things I need to bring out is that, and I've talked about this a bit, I've adapted what we're doing to a small space. And as I showed this morning with single whip, it could take up a lot more space. Right? We don't all have that space. So having something that we can do in a smaller space is useful, important, and it gives us some insights into the flexibility of traditional Taiji forms. We also have the opportunity to understand that, yeah, if we were outside and we had unlimited space, there's bigger movements to be had. Great. The important thing is that as we practice, to try and keep that consistent. All right? Basically the same length of step. If you're, I'm going to show you this. I use brushing. White crane spreads its wings. Alright, and we turn, and I've got just a little bit, right? Little step. Yeah, there's a step there. Right? And then step up, and again, little step. Hands Strum The Lute. I have to think about this for a minute because of what I was just doing. Give me a second. All right, that was it. Do that again. Okay, you get the idea. All right, so this, I'm gonna put this together for a second, and then we're gonna be done for today, and we'll come back to it again tomorrow. I talked about slow music and working slowly and finding out where there was any glitches, where there was any rough spots in your movement, in your muscles, anything that wasn't holding correctly, anything that wasn't working the way that you want it to. All of these things we find much more easily, and it can be seriously frustrating because we find them much more easily. We find them much more easily when we're practicing very slowly. As we are able to address each of those little things that we find when we're practicing slowly, the side benefit, the side effect of doing that is that when we practice quickly, when we open that up and we start using the full extent of the movement, and moving a little more quickly, it's fun. It's fun. It's like having, for me, it's like having been on the bumper cars for a little bit, right? Everybody's bumping into you and having to deal with all these little things, right? And then being able to get on a comfortable, because I don't especially like them, a comfortable roller coaster type ride that just kind of weaves a little bit and doesn't make you scream and toss your lunch. That, right? That's for me what happens when I practice a little bit more quickly, when I open it up. And that's something that is of great value. Within the art, again, whichever Tai Chi form you're practicing, this applies. Can also apply to pretty much anything else that you're doing that requires that you put a demand on your body. But this is particular to Tai Chi and Tai Chi practice. So this idea of, go this way. White crane, brush knee, Hands Strum The Lute. Coordinated, movements all working together, smooth and connected, right? Movements all connected, same set of moves. Movements are all connected, smooth and connected. Everything's working together. And it takes almost no effort because I've put all of the effort into that slow practice. Okay? I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. We'll work on this a little bit more tomorrow. And again, appreciate you being here.